Yeah, I know. Well, of course, that's the Canon Avalon Nano 3. And yeah, I had to put the sticker on the side. So, that's where I'm starting. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Anyways, miners, friends, and community members, you know me. I'm Will, and this is the Pellish Miner. Of course, being Will Pellish. I have my trusty knife here. Give me 1 second, I'll get it open so I don't cut myself. Well, I'm going to slice this one down the cord. You know, it's really funny because I really mentioned in my short that I don't like DHL. Ah! And I just want to let you know that it's really hard. Panda, I don't know how you do this. Open this fucking shit like this. Anybody else want to open it with one hand? Jesus, I can't. The one-handed trick is just too much for me. I'm banging on my keyboard and everything. Ah! I got it! Yeah. So, I got this side here to worry about. Right? Here. Of course, the typical orange foam we all know and love. And bam, I ordered it with the power supply this time because I got tired of monkeying around with other crap. So let's turn the big bright light on. It's the same setup, same as everything else, right? Your typical normal US cord. And this time, what's it say there? Hunt key, yeah. The power supply. Typical normal stuff. So let me get this set up. This is the KS0 Ultra. I have one more coming. I bought this one before they dropped the price, and I did get the $80 off coupon, but by the time you went to use crypto and everything, it came up to about the same. So I really didn't gain much on the other one. But that one will come sometime next month, and that'll be that. So I'll be right back. We'll get this set up, and I'll show you what's going on. As you can see, I've got it plugged in. It's doing its thing, first boot and all that. But I have the KS0 Ultra. I have the KS0, the commemorative, the Pro, the OG Pro edition. I put the fans on here, and the OG. Okay, so 100 watt. There's a 200 watt, and so on. We're back to the traditional 100 watts. I like how they did that. Anyway, we're going to kind of compare this one with their other one and go from there. Be right back. Anyway, we're going to get me logged in here. As you can see, I'm reading an OPN Sense, which I originally had PF Sense. If I fat fingered that one, didn't I? You guys, this is an awfully long password. Good luck with that. So I'm going to get in here to my little services down here, and I'm going to find my IPv6. I'm going to find my leases. Okay, when I go to the last page, I should be able to find exactly what I'm looking for. See 2011, so that is exactly when I plugged it in, at least it came up. So this is going to be a new one. So it looks like they changed chips. Mitsubishi is where they're doing it. Okay, and if I go looking for the other OGs in here, okay, see, look. Yeah, they changed companies real quick. You can tell right off the bat, that's the OG, and this one is not the OG. Okay, that is the Pro, the commemorative edition. That's the first thing I noticed right off the bat. This says dynamic. I think that, no, it's not the, I'm sorry. That's my goober. Whatever. Let me find the other one. I've got static somewhere in here. Yep, there it is. Aceto Corporation. So they've changed companies and what they're doing. And for chips right off the bat, I noticed this. So let's get in here and do this. And we shall be able to reset this because right now that's where we're at. Simple, it pops right up. The biggest thing that I've noticed about all these, of course, the typical standard password. Oh, I always screw that up. I see the router admin, right? But the password's right. It's the typical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? It hasn't done anything as of any setup yet other than what they have in here. And the fans are not blowing, which allows me to hit it up this way. And I always check this box. There are no updates for this, so it's not that big of a deal. But the biggest thing I've noticed about these KS Zeros, and Ice Rider, take it take notes real quick, because whenever I restart this, the fan speed never stays the same. It doesn't get stuck in the RAM. It doesn't memorize this at all. It is, for me, a small problem, but it's annoying if you have to do something 5 different times because something doesn't save. And that's the God's honest truth. So I'm just looking at it that way. I gotta pull something up here. We're gonna throw this up right here, and I'm gonna finish something out for the night because I'm running Jupiter over here on Unmindable with the other ones. So I have a couple more to run, so I'm gonna finish that up real fast, and then later on I'm gonna throw it on something else, which is all right. It's not a bad thing, right? You know, I don't need to be on hum pool. Actually, I wouldn't mind going back there, but that's not the point. Okay, so maybe I'll save some hum pool for me for later for Caspa, because I want to do some Caspa. I may use a specialized pool for that when I'm going to go solo mining it. But for right now, we're going to do this. And we'll take this out because I have no use for it. It does nothing for me. So for the unminable stratum, we're going to put that in there real quick. It's not a big deal. It's the K-heavy hash stratum. I already had this set up. I'm not going to go through the wizard with that, right? It doesn't mean no good whatsoever. The only thing I have to change right here is where it says slurf, which I was doing slurf a couple days ago, and now I'm doing Jupiter. And I'm going to finish this out, and this is to go to my project that the 4 of us are working on, and you know 2 of them, but we're not going to be talking about that right now. Okay, so when I hit the reboot here, you'll see what I mean. If this doesn't stay this time, we'll know that they didn't do that small tiny improvement that I was talking about. Okay, so let's see what happened here. Before I moved up, it reboots pretty quick. I have to admit, this one's a lot faster. So give me a second, I'll be right back. We'll see what we can do. Well, so far the biggest problem that I've run into is that even though it's been rebooted, it will tell me that miner's offline. So I've added the stratum and everything, and it says the miner's offline. I don't know what this is about, Ice River, but the other ones, the KS0 Alt Pro and the KS0 OG, neither one of them do this. The biggest problem I have with the OG is that after a while the RAM fills up, and then I have to do a factory reset after a while. So that's a different story on its own. Maybe I can set the fans. Everything is right here, but let me see here. 85. We'll see 85%. Maybe it'll do this, and maybe it should stay since I rebooted. Operation succeeded. Now that's not a bad thing. So if it thinks it's offline, maybe if I wait a couple minutes, it'll do something that it's supposed to do. Because if I go to the other ones that I have that are leased, let's go through here and take a look here. I don't care about this. I gotta get rid of that real quick. Fast and furious. Right, so let's go find the other one, right? Active dynamic. No, we don't want that. So let's go to 189. Let's go to the OG and see if it even lets me get into the OG for that matter. Yep. So here's the OG, right? I'm going to leave that go. No problems. I mean, it's up 4 days. Not a problem. It doesn't say it's offline if I go to change something. The fan speed's not set for some reason, though. Imagine that. This is one of the problems it does not like, and any one of them that I've had with Ice River, they often lose the fan speeds. Thank God I've got the fan on the front, or it would probably all burn up. See, now let's see here. See, but the temperatures really didn't affect anything. So, but that's been up for a few days. So let me see. I wonder if it's just me or what the deal is here. It still says machine is offline, and we've been talking here for a minute now. Let's see what it says over here. Miner running time. It's not even mining. So you tell me what's going on here, Ice River. I can find it in the web UI, but it's not mining. What's with that? Just saying. I will try something in particular. I think I know what it is. 2 minutes, 32 seconds. It's not mine. Let's see here. Well, it's been about 5 minutes, and I've added a USB fan to this, and I've rebooted it. Nothing's changed here, except for the fan speed, which again is inconsistent whatsoever. It does not stay, it does not save, it does nothing. Every time you reboot this thing, it doesn't do anything. Operation has succeeded, right? So we're going on another 30 seconds, and you can see that the pool is plainly set. So let me try something here with hum pool and try the pool and see if that changes anything, because I have this other one up here and I'm not really too worried about it. And I have a CASPA address, so it shouldn't be a big issue. Maybe it's the stratum. We'll see, but right now it doesn't look like it's the stratum. It looks like it's CASPA that's the problem. Okay, so we'll do this here, and I'll put this here, and we'll go to hum pool in a minute. We'll find it, if this even works, because apparently, see, operation succeeded again. A minute and 12 seconds into it. If I go up here to the top, it still says that it's not mining to unmineable. So this is the other thing at CASPA these guys have to worry about. iServer, you guys need it so that once you change that settings in there for the pool, that it should automatically recognize it. This is the downside, something you need to work on. If I changed it, I'm going to compare it to Gold Shell, and I hit save, it would automatically start doing that. But I always restart them, so it's not a huge deal. So we're looking at almost 2 minutes since I got this thing fired up, right? Change the pool. Of course, it's still not mining, so we're going to hit the restart again. And I'll be back again. Alright, well, I rebooted this, obviously. I have hit the reset button. It is at hum pool now, 1803. CASPA address in there just by chance. Of course, like I said again, oh well, now this time the fans are at 40%, so you can't really say that's all bad, but I'm going to hit 85 again because that's what I like. I like to keep it cool if I can. Let's see if the fans even register in the front. I did plug in the USB fan in the front. See, it still says it's offline. We're 30 some seconds into it. The fans don't show up here in the web UI, nothing. So iServer, we have a small problem here, okay? I'm not sure everybody else had this problem or whatnot. I can do a factory reset settings on here. The factory settings reset, you know what I'm saying? Restore them, and we could try that and see what happens. So far, I'm another minute into this, and it's been 5 minutes, and we're not getting anywhere. See, nothing. No pool rejection rate, not miner time, nothing. So let's hit the restore factory settings. This machine is not connected. It's telling me it's not connected, but it's plainly connected because you wouldn't be seeing the web UI if it wasn't connected. It doesn't make sense. So let's try something else. Firmware upgrade. No, I don't have that. User setting. No, I don't have that. IP settings. It's trying to tell me there's no IP settings for this. That's what it's trying to tell me, that there's nothing here at all. Let me throw something in here and see if this will work. Because it found it here in my user interface. Host name. Try KS0 Ultra. Let's see what that happens here. Just maybe it works. Now it's in Chinese. I'm not... Okay, well that works. Maybe you guys can read that a little bit better than I can. The miner is offline still. So we're at another 2 minutes and it's not mining. Small problem, iServer. Well, the biggest issue I have right now, obviously, is that, and as sad as it is, I've swapped power supplies with another one that iServer had sent. It was the light-on version. The one they sent me was the Hunt Key version, and I tested that, and I've been up probably a couple minutes, and it still says machine offline. So everything should be normal, but it's not normal. As you can see, it's not even getting an IP address at the moment, but I will try and put this one in here, right, just by chance, and maybe that'll work. And then we'll put a gateway in here, 192.168.1.1, and then we'll put DNS to server 1.1.1.1 and see if that works. That is the only thing I can think of. If it even wants to work, I don't know. We'll try. Okay, that says operation succeeded. Confirm restarting the mining machine. So it wants me to restart. Operation succeeded. So let's see if this is going to work or not, because usually what I have found that this does not want to work. This is nowhere near where I want it to go. It does nothing of the sort, so we'll give it a minute and see how it goes. Well, there are two things that I've noticed so far, okay, with the Ice River KS0, and I'm not really worried about Humpool. We'll do that later, but I went back here to Unmineable, and apparently it started mining to the pool, but it kept saying that it was offline. And the way that I was able to fix this, and we'll go to Humpool real quick and see if we can find see what we can find this here, right? I really don't know what to do about this. Let's see, dashboard. I'm not trying to log in and create an account, but if I end up with something here, great. It'll tell me worker. Yeah. See, I'm not logged into Humpool. I'm not interested in all that, but we'll change something. But I'm mining myself some stuff to Humpool. I do have it. Seeing the fan again. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the fan because I keep having to reset the fan. It's just annoying. Really, it is. But I shouldn't have had to set this to static to get this to work, right? I mean, I got ultras. What I got to do is change this, and I shouldn't have had to set all that up. There should have been no reason for that whatsoever. I shouldn't have had to do that. See, and then it's going to change this. It's going to say operation succeeded. Now I'm going to restart it again, and then we'll see what happens again if this is going to work right, because every one of these other ones, when I had it, the OG or anything, have always been stuck on static. Not a single one of them could I make them DHCP, even if I switched it and saved it. So this is an issue within the firmware itself that Ice River has to correct. And I'm okay with that. But this, I don't need an IPv6 address. I don't know why it's picking up an IPv6 address. It makes no goddamn sense. I'm not using IPv6. So let's take a look here, since it thinks it's got to have leases for IPv6. See, there are no IPv6 leases because I have IPv6 turned off within my router. So there's something else going on here with Ice River and their malfunctions, and so it's not that, not in the slightest, not at all, which is really kind of funny. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not monkey with Humpool. So let's see what we got here. Let's see if I go back, see what the mining settings are. See, now the fan's set at 100%. I didn't even set the fan at 100%. There's so much inconsistencies with these KS0s, it's not even funny. We'll hit it at 85. Not that I mind it going to 100%, but right now it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And if I go back up here to the top, it says abnormal. It says that it's connected to Humpool, right? But I have nothing at the moment where it shows that it's actually been mining, but it's only been up for 44 seconds. So let's give it a minute and see what happens. So after several attempts to get this thing moving, and about a half hour, Ice River has finally concluded that they're going to give up to me, and it's set the fan at 32% when I don't want it there. I want it at 85, but it does this. It drives me nuts. The IP address, of course, it wants to throw both of these in there. I'm going to leave them alone. I don't know why it wants to throw both of them in there. I don't have IPv6 set, turned on, anything. This should run at DHCP. It's not running at DHCP. This is the correct IP address. This is all correct, okay? But for some stupid reason, I don't know what it is, you cannot, this is on Ice River, you cannot get this to sit the way it should. Now we have the fan set up the right way, the way I want it to. And this happens in all of them. Okay, so we haven't hit the right 5-minute mark yet. So you can see the heat turned up on the one fan, but it isn't on the other one. Where the USB side is, it's got 66 accepted shares. And give me a minute, and I will see if it shows up over here or not. I'm just trying to finish something out. It's not there yet, so I'll be right back. Well, so as you're seeing here, I got it up here. We'll hit the refresh real quick, just by chance. After you saw it a minute ago, it was 214 gigahash at the ASIC and not on the pool. It's an hour and 48 minutes and 3 seconds. I have 1,555 accepted shares at the pool at unminable. You can see the 30-minute average is 284 gigahash. So the problem here is that this is not a 400 gigahash model like it was advertised. And I will go back there real quick, as we know very so well about this. I'll hit shop, and we're going to go down here, and it's going to say Ultra. You can plainly see it says 400 gigahash when it's not 400 gigahash. It has not even remotely come. I'd say at best it was at 331 gigahash. So Ice River has some firmware issues and some kinks to work out. But I am working over here on the pool, as you can see right now. I'll hit the refresh one more time because I want to make sure the hash rate's more current. At the pool, we're still only about 300 gigahash, which is kind of, well, for instance, this is the Pro, the commemorative Pro, right? At the pool, which is about right. This is the OG at the pool, which is about right. So if this were close, we'd be at 391, and we're not at 391. And I know that unminable is not the most reliable, but they have it configured for the chaos zeros. They are set up. So unminable is not holding up on their end of the bargain yet. Now, if you go back to the OGs when they first came out, it took them months to work out the kinks. The firmware was something else. So, with that in mind, for the money that you're getting, if you actually figure it to be 300 gigahash for, by the time you pay the shipping, everything, $260. That's 100. We'll round it up to 300. That's 100 gigahash per $100. Okay, it's still not bad. That's the only real positive that I can find at the moment. The fan speeds are always screwed up, and that's a negative. It takes a half hour for it to get mining. None of the other ones that I've had have done that. I've hooked them up. I've got right into the web UI, and I started banging all, from all 7 layers of the OSI model. If you're a networking person, you know what I'm talking about. Bam, bam, bam. It was go from the get-go. So we have an issue here, Ice River, in which you guys got some work to do, and I really hope that we can see something more in the future. As I said, I have the OG, I have the Pro and the commemorative model, I have the Ultra now, and I have another Ultra on the way. So, with that in mind, I really, really hope that the next batch that comes out, the one that I get, is not 300 gigahash, but actually closer to 400. 390 would be acceptable, plus or minus 10%, as it says. So I guess 10%, if you take that 40 gigahash off there, not 10, gigahash, but 10%, so that's 40 gigahash off that. So 360 gigahash would be about reasonable, I would assume. But whatever. Like I said before, you guys don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I always look forward to your comments. I really do. And thank you for being members, community members, and watching my videos. Even if I, sometimes don't make a lot of sense, it's kind of fun to make these videos for you guys. And I like watching yours too. If you have a channel and you actually put content out, I do watch it. I've been a little more busy lately, so I haven't had a chance to watch everybody's stuff, but it is what it is. Alright, so I'll be seeing you guys soon. Take care.